Hello, my name is Deborah Olenev, and today I would like to talk to you about why I meditate. I have been meditating for most of my adult life, and the reason for it is that I see that I derive a lot of benefit from it. To me, meditation is like practicing mental hygiene. Just the same way as I practice physical hygiene by taking a bath every day, I also like to give my mind a bath every day. To me, it also is a way of recharging myself. I look at it as though I were a computer and I plug myself into a power source. If I don't plug myself into that power source, then I just don't operate as well. I don't have the mental clarity that I have when I meditate. I don't have the insight that I have when I meditate. And my judgment is not as good as it is when I meditate. I have found from experience that if I skip one day of meditation, I know it. I can feel it and I can sense a difference in the quality of the work that I do. If I skip 2 days of meditation, the people closest to me know it. If I skip 3 days of meditation, everybody knows it. Meditation helps me come from a place beyond my ego. My ego is a part of me that thinks it knows how things should be run, how the world should be, and objects when things don't go that way. Well, I want to come from a place that's beyond that, that has the wisdom to know that my little ego really doesn't know anything. And to find the place in me that has the wisdom and knows what to do, how to behave, and has good critical thinking. Now, how do I meditate? I meditate in a variety of different ways, and actually I try to make my meditation be my life, more than just a certain amount of time that I spend sitting on my cushion every day. But typically I start out every morning after I look inside and for the dreams that I have in the night and think about those for a little bit. I sit on my cushion in a traditional meditation pose with my back straight. I usually close my eyes, and I do a variety of different things. I pay attention to my posture. I want to make sure that my back is straight, my chin is slightly tucked in, and I also pay attention to my breathing. So there are various meditation techniques that you can do. I can count the breaths. I can do deep abdominal breathing. I can circulate the breath up and down. Anything that I can do to focus my attention, because it's concentrating the mind on something that brings you into meditation. And it doesn't matter what you choose as a focus. It could be something outside of yourself. You could focus on a picture of a saint or a guru that you love. You can focus on a mandala, anything. But for me, I always choose to focus on something inside of myself. And some of the places that I do enjoy focusing on are the abdomen, and I like to watch my breath and focus on the abdomen at the same time. Sometimes I focus on the third eye region, which is over here. Sometimes I focus, when my eyes are closed, on the screen behind my eyes. That's what Fool's Crow did, the screen, which is when you close your eyes, there's that dark space. So that's another possible place to focus on. Sometimes I focus on my hands, and I use mudras in meditation. Mudras are various hand gestures that you can do as a means of focusing your attention. So all of these are focusing tools. We need the focusing tools because if we don't have them, our minds typically will just run into the direction that the ego takes it, or that it's accustomed to running into, like the worries, the fears of the day, those kinds of things. I don't want to go into those places. I want to go inside. I want to center myself. I want to find that inner quiet place beyond the thoughts. So focusing is a way of redirecting the mind and bringing it inside. So let me think so quieting the breath is another way, because the breath and the thoughts somehow go together. If you can quiet down your breathing and regulate your breathing, your thinking also quiets down and regulates. So they're tied together. Another meditation tool which I find invaluable is the mantra, or the reciting of a spiritual phrase, which you recite in a circular way because you say it over and over and over again. So mantras are used in all religious traditions. Hindus have their mantras, Buddhists have their mantras, Christians have theirs, Jews have theirs, Muslims have theirs, all the religions of the world have theirs. There is a little book called The Way of the Pilgrim about a Russian mystic who recited this spiritual phrase that was given to him by a priest, and it was, "Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on me." And the priest told him, recite this phrase, let's say start you at 500 times a day. And then he said, then after a time he progressed him to 1,000 times a day. And what happened in the midst of that is he became enlightened. He just became a very, very joyous man, because instead of thinking about how miserable his life was, he was too occupied with reciting the mantra. And that took him out of his ego and into the present moment where he could be happy. So that's what the mantra does for me. As long as I try to do it often, along with the other meditation techniques, such as breathing. So as I'm chanting my mantra, I'll also focus on my breathing, or various breathing exercises that I give to myself. And I'll also do it together with a mudra. So a mudra, you can't really see my hands, but for example, here's a simple mudra where you just start by holding your hands together. This would usually be closer to my lap. Just holding your hands like this, calming down the breathing, slowing it down, and I can also say a mantra as I'm doing this. I usually find that the moment I bring my hands together like this, something magical happens. It's like the two hemispheres of my mind are balanced, and I immediately go into a balanced place. My breathing immediately calms down. My focus is immediately internal. So I love this technique of the mudras. And I learned about this from a book written by Baba Haridas, who is the guru up at Mount Madonna Center. And he has a little book, I don't remember the title, I'll try to, where he describes 37 mudras, some that he does before meditation and some during. But for me, they're all a part of the meditation practice. Okay, so we have mantra, mudra, watching the breath, and focusing on various internal parts of the body. So that's my sitting meditation. And then I eventually I can slip into a very, very quiet place, a very internal place. Sometimes you can call it samadhi, where everything kind of quiets down and you go into a very peaceful state that you don't want to leave. But you get up and you leave and you start your day. Now that's my morning ritual. But then I walk my dog. And when I walk my dog, I have an opportunity to continue my meditation practice. Because as I'm walking, I am practicing mindfulness meditation by just focusing on different parts of my body. Sometimes I do arm exercises, which is a focus point. Sometimes I focus on my feet or my posture as I'm walking. And keeping that focus helps me because I'm not then thinking about my thoughts, and I'm staying in the present moment. So I try as I'm washing the dishes or at any free moment that I have to recenter myself and to refocus myself. Because my judgment is better, I work better, and I feel happier throughout the day. I get along better with people. People get along better with me because I'm not coming from my ego. I'm coming from a place of deeper wisdom than that. Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy your meditation. Bye-bye.